There is nothing wrong with your internet. Do not attempt to adjust your settings. We are controlling the podcast. We control the squealing and the screams. We can make your heart flutter, your eyes blur from tears, or sharpen your mind to crystal clarity. For the next hour, sit back. We are in control of what you hear. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your settings. You are about to experience the awe and mystery known as the female mind. You are now entering the Fangirl Zone.
Welcome to the Star Power Podcast on the Fangirl Zone, a podcast where we discuss Stargirl on the DC Universe streaming service and CW channel. I'm Dave.
I'm Carolee.
And I'm Steve, and tonight we'll be discussing Episode 6 of Season 1 of Stargirl.
Episode 6, did you say, Steve? The Justice Society.
Yes.
Courtney makes a difficult decision after Pat confronts her about the potential consequences of recruiting new members to the JSA. Elsewhere, Barbara shows up in support of Mike's science fair, and Courtney, Yolanda, Beth, and Rick prepare for their first major mission.
Didn't quite go as planned.
I know. What plan? Follow my lead. No.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. I know I'm skipping ahead, but that was a great talk by Pat saying to Rick he's not ready. He still proved to be bullheaded, but he wanted the hourglass and the costume back. Yes, skipping ahead, but you got to listen.
Okay.
Someone has to, yeah. You know, usually in the Justice League, they let Batman take the lead because he's always thinking.
Ah.
And so I would think the mantle would fall to Stargirl on this, but we'll see. Anyway, Chris Manley directed this episode, and it was written by Taylor Streets. Any frustration from anyone?
Oh, quite a bit, I'd have to say. Stargirl, I don't know where she was at that night, but she comes home, finds Pat sitting in her bedroom. What the heck are you doing in here? He finds all of the Justice League, everything she stole.
Yeah.
And he's quite upset with her. I borrowed it. Yeah, now you kind of stole it. And she's like, yeah, I kind of stole it. But he wants her to get all of the things back. And she doesn't want to. She sees the happiness. She's bringing out, I could see her bringing out like the just good things. I mean, Yolanda, she's happy. She's finally getting her life back. Beth still doesn't really have any friends, but she's talking to the goggles. She's Chuck. That's right, Chuck. So she's still talking to herself, kind of. So that kind of looks a little weird. And Rick is like, hey, it's my dad's stuff. It's mine, which he kind of has a point, but he doesn't know how to use it properly.
You can understand Pat's frustration.
Oh, yeah.
He knows the danger. He saw all his friends die. Not
right.
all. I'm sure we'll see someone soon. But really, that was a disaster for the JSA. So
it was.
He knows what he's talking about.
And Courtney won't listen to him. He's frustrated with Courtney. Courtney's now frustrated because she wants to get the Justice Society together. And she wants to defeat the Injustice Society.
Yeah, she's pretty much headlong into everything. She's showing her 15 years.
Yeah.
Exactly, I mean, right?
It's not a bad thing, but still, she doesn't know. She doesn't know what she doesn't know. Right, Steve?
Exactly.
So going up to Yolanda again, I was just saying, she's like, I just finally reinvented my life. I'm not giving back my costume. And then Beth is just loving having a friend. He's my new friend. He's your only friend,
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And then Rick, same thing. And I think that's when he first shows him the journal of the equations. And he wants to keep both. And Pat's frustrated. Rick's not going to give him anything. Courtney's frustrated. Guys, I have to do this. It's too dangerous. They're like, nope, sorry, and kind of walk off. She's like, well, if he can't beat him, join him.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a disconnect there. He's the stepfather, and so she has that shut-off point where she can disconnect anytime she wants to.
That's true.
Even though they're closer than they were to start the series, she still finds that off switch that she can rely on.
Because he's
just trying to get by. You need to get by.
Right.
What are you going to say?
I was going to say that she's just thinking of her dad, Starman. She wants to continue his legacy. And I'm shocked that Barbara hasn't noticed their connection growing deeper and deeper.
Because the first cute,
yeah.
Yeah.
She's connecting with Mike, eating the volcano cake, whatever, with Pop-Tart and Skittles or something like that.
Yeah, I made a note of that actually under Family Affair.
Did you?
Raise your hand out there in podcast land if you remember Family Affair.
Family Affair.
No, see? Yeah, of course you do, Steve.
Mr. French.
Yes, Mr. French.
Oh no, I feel left out. Now I'm frustrated.
We'll have to Google it.
Okay.
Well, it is a family affair, figuratively and literally. There's Mike and Barb, which was really cute. It was cute. She wanted to be there. He really did want someone to be there.
Yeah. Everybody else was there.
I think I read somewhere it was just a throw in, but I think there's something behind it. Something will happen. And one of them or the other, or each one will stick up for the other when, I don't know, some conflict. It'll probably be an interfamily conflict, and the opposites will side with the other one.
Yeah, I guess since it's, I don't know how long they've been married, but I guess it's good because right after the move, he was making friends, she wasn't, but now you can see the dynamics of Pat and Courtney getting along great, Barbara and Mike, but I'm still wondering, is she going to notice how close they've gotten and why they're always gone?
When something happens, she'll have to notice.
Yeah.
Something's going to happen.
Waiting for that.
Anyway, the other part of the family affair was Artemis and her parents, which is...
That was hilarious to me. I don't know.
It could be a spin-off show of that dynamic. It is so goofy funny, especially when they're telling her they're going out for date night.
That was
never gone out on date night.
Yeah.
I know.
The kids always know more than you give them credit for.
So, we see, Larry, it's now, okay, Larry and Paula, they're watching their daughter make a really badass touchdown, and then she gets clocked at the end. She won't have anything out of it because this guy gets in her face, and so she punches him out. She gets on the bench. Well, later that night, they pay the coach a visit.
Yeah, I know.
They're very frustrated. Well, I can bench your daughter anytime I want. Not next week. It's homecoming. I can bench her the entire season if I want to. Probably shouldn't have said that.
On his gravestone.
I know, because I kind of heard the metal. I don't know what it was. If it was the crowbar or it was a baseball bat. I couldn't see. Okay, well, duh, because we'll know later why it was a baseball bat. But I couldn't see. It was too dark, my TV. Yeah, so I didn't think they were going to kill him.
Yeah.
But they definitely did that.
They were hankering for some work, and you find out later they're going to get it. But so this is what they do to kill. See those air quotes right here? Air quotes, my favorite. Kill time.
Got it.
They're board of Rotary Club and bake sales.
Yeah.
Yep. So Jordan is like, again, guys, really? So he calls the principal, got to get another football coach. And she's shaking her head. Oh, geez. Okay. So 3rd one in 2 seasons, 4th one in 2. I don't know how many they've gone through, but they're in cahoots together. So they get them a new coach.
Yeah. Pretty stubborn of them.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Yeah, but that's not the only one who displayed a bunch of stubbornness in this episode.
No.
Who else did? Color me curious.
Yeah, we got Courtney trying to get the equipment back, and of course, Yolanda and Beth are not having any of it.
No.
They feel like their lives are now defined, and this is who they are. And
I can understand that.
sure,
I mean, sitting alone
with
at
both
that
of them.
table,
Yeah.
no friend.
Yeah.
One's shame, one is just odd. Now they have something to look forward to. They have their purpose in life.
Yeah.
And you can see Courtney go, "Oh God, I just can't take it away from them.
Right.
They look too happy." So
she's the one that recruited them.
that's true.
Extra painful coming from her. Yeah, guys, made a mistake.
My bad.
They're not buying it. Neither is Rick, even though he's got an adult to deal with in Pat. He's just as stubborn as the 2 girls are, because not only is he not giving it back, he's going to take Rex's diary as well.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think Pat gave the diary to him, but he goes, all this is foreign to me. I have no idea. Okay, well, give me the hourglass and the journal back. And he goes, no way. This is my dad's.
It's mine now.
Yeah.
What you think of the insight that Rick had about where his parents grew up versus what he knew?
That was really cool. That I didn't think of that, but I bet you anything it is some kind of code.
Yeah. Even that raised Pat's eyebrows like, good insight.
Yeah.
He was just looking at the formula, not personal background. I wonder if there's something behind that.
There has to be. They wouldn't have
secret pass. He already has a secret pass. He has the secret pass.
Secret pass. Love it.
Double secret probation pass.
course, once Chuck informs the group that the gambler is hacking into a major communication network and he doesn't have any superpowers, well, it's time we should be able to handle this.
It'll be easy.
Let's do this.
Yeah, it's like hamburgers to them. Like, oh, fresh meat, we can do this so easy.
We can do this. And Courtney's a little bit happy. She's like, okay, he has no superpowers. He can't kill us, or so she thinks. And it'll be us four up against this one guy trying to steal some codes or something from, what was it? Oh, I can't think of the name. It was energy.
Yeah. Energy Empire or something like that. Or something.
I have it written down. Yeah.
Communication network. So
yes,
they're getting the codes into a satellite network, I believe, is what's going on here.
So he's using it for gambling, because I saw the hockey, the football, all that.
Oh, I thought he was looking to get into Spotify so he could hear Timber.
Nice.
You see him bobbing his head left and right, calling
He
Timber.
Was.
Oh my goodness.
That was funny. That was true.
I like how, well, I don't like it, but Rick was so headstrong about taking care of everything, and he becomes headstrong later, too. He just, like, walks away, and she's like, whoa, Courtney's like, whoa, I'll come with you, because she knows she's overmatched in that. He's definitely taking the role of the brute force type of guy.
Smash.
Yeah.
Yes.
I won't say the other word.
Yes.
Yep,
okay, I can say Hulk smash good.
And Pat told him there's a reason why his father said just 1 hour a day, because it's addictive.
Limitation.
Yeah. I wonder how strong he is versus on a scale like Superman or Wonder Woman or whatever.
Wow, because that fight that he had, I always want to call him Crusher, but now, I know, now he's not called Crusher anymore.
Sportsmaster.
Yeah, Sportsmaster. He didn't look like he was doing that great.
He couldn't focus himself or coordinate himself. You can throw punches, but if somebody's got experience
with baseball, a baseball bat, yeah, hockey stick, hockey puck, I love that.
One point,
Rick
gets that car and just lifts it over his head, and all he had to do was throw it. But of course, he gets pelted again with baseballs, and
in the not so
Courtney has to save his bacon.
They were definitely overmatched.
Oh yeah.
When they first got in there, and of course Rick wanted to bull his way in, and Beth says, "Hold it! You're gonna trip the alarm." I mean, she looks silly in her outfit, but she knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing, and she used the goggles to get in. But they had 2 attack dogs roaming the premises.
Right.
Maybe they should have been standing outside the door, but whatever. It's TV.
Yeah.
And they obviously know what they're doing. Sportsmaster and Tigress split up because when they see the nascent GSA, 4 against 2, how do we nullify this advantage? Go in different directions. They didn't have to make the call. They knew what to do. And so those guys, like, what did Rick say? He said, I got Jason Voorhees or something like that.
What did he say?
From Friday the 13th, right?
Right.
I
got Jason because he's wearing like the hockey mask.
Got it. I totally missed that part of it. Dang.
Oh yeah, Easter eggs.
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah, so it worked, and they split them up, and it did not go well. I mean, fortunately, Beth was in the background, but
she was scared.
Yeah, Yolanda.
She had no idea.
Yolanda didn't do too badly in this fight, and by the way, the fight was choreographed pretty well. I liked it.
Yeah, cat against cat. I thought
that was cool. That's a precursor to what's going to go on, because Artemis Croc is going to take on her mother's mantle. Maybe she's going to be the one that dies, that drives her to the dark side. Maybe. I'd rather see Crusher stick around because he's kind of glib.
Yeah.
Funny.
I do. Yeah, I like him. I like
Crusher. So anyway, they split the team up. They chase him off. Yolanda kinda holds her own. Kinda. Not too bad. I mean, she has to climb the walls just to get away a few times. She's obviously overmatched. And our man, Rick versus Sportsmaster, man, that was no contest. There was one point where he finally had his wits about and he kicked the car towards him that toppled the Sportsmaster. Right. And then he finally got close enough to...
That worked a little bit.
Yeah, go one-on-one, but it didn't last long. Because the guy knew enough to get away. And that's when Courtney shows up anyway, because things look pretty dire.
Yeah.
Our man there. He picks up the car, as Steve noted earlier, and says, "Hey, that thing must be kind of heavy."
That was good.
And he hits him, and of course, the next thing you know, is going to collapse on Rick. But Courtney arrives in time with a cosmic staff, pushed it up. She showed some good athletics herself.
She did.
And in fact, the choreography for her particular fight scene was really good. She really swung the cosmic staff. And it's special effects. That thing isn't really glowing in her hands. Well, maybe it is. They stuck some D-cell batteries or C-cell batteries in it just for her. She looked really athletic and coordinated in some of that fight scene. But it's still, it wasn't going that great for all of them. And I was just going to tell you, my favorite part.
What's your favorite part?
My favorite part of the fight scene is when Sportsmaster and Tigress pose. You see the pose? She lifts her leg up.
Yeah.
That was great. That was
hilarious.
So funny.
It was hilarious. There was something you'd see in the comic books or even a CW show. Oh, wait, this is a CW show.
Yeah, there you go. So I guess what happens next, I didn't know what was going to happen, but Sportsmaster takes his hockey puck, and then, of course, a shout out to the great one. Loved hearing that. Hits her staff, and I thought the staff was broken. I thought that hockey puck took out her staff, and I was like, oh, God, what is she going to do now?
Yeah.
Apparently it didn't.
Nope.
So I don't know what staff is a lot stronger than that hockey puck. So
it should be, but that was a few forehead sweat balls.
Yeah, right.
For a second, they're like, "Uh-oh."
Oh man, what's gonna happen?
It should take more than that.
Yeah.
Although I think later on in the season, when they drift to even more powerful characters, we'll find someone that's a match for the cosmic staff.
That's definitely true.
But once again, as we close out this particular segment, Pat comes to the rescue in his muscular robotic suit made of cars, which is as badass as usual.
Yep.
But
yeah, he comes up right behind him, and Courtney's like, "Don't worry, guys, he's on our side."
I know. They finally get an adult in the room on their side.
Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah. Oh, we
Tigress
forgot
and
to talk about.
Sportsmaster just run off.
Yeah,
Yeah, he uses what is that? Badminton? The little thing?
Yeah, birdie.
A birdie. Okay.
Yeah.
I should know this. I love golf. Okay, so he takes the birdie, and it's like a smoke screen, and poof. They're gone. But I think we forgot to mention that Beth, she uses the goggles. What can I do? What can I do? How can I help?
Fire
How can I? Exactly.
Yeah.
So that helped. And then they all ended up getting back together, all four of them.
Yeah, so her and Wildcat could run.
And then we have Pat come up behind them, like, what the hell? A 15-foot robot behind us? Who is that? But it worked. The Sportsmaster and Tigress left. The gambler is talking to Icicle. Hey, we got the codes. We got the codes. So
all they need is Brainwave to come back. And in the meantime, who was it? I think it was Tigress got a dig in on the principal there.
Yeah, she did. Why didn't your husband help?
Yeah.
Why didn't the violinist work?
Yeah.
Brainwave back.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So we got Beth, the security guard. They did not like seeing dead people. We saw that at the very beginning.
Yeah, they're creeped out.
When they walked into the building, they see the security guard on the floor. Is he dead? Yeah, think.
I know.
Blood on the floor coming out of his head. I would say, yeah.
This is what's going to happen if you want to continue wearing your super suit. So
yeah, can only get worse. Lessons learned, right, Carolee?
Yeah, lessons learned, definitely. And at the very end, it was so cute when the other guys, I don't know, they were out of earshot, kind of checking out the robot.
Yeah.
Pat comes up to Courtney and says, God, don't you think it's just so irritating that nobody listens to you? Yeah, these guys wouldn't listen to me. I told Rick not to go in there, Hulk smash. I told them to stick together. I told them to do this. They could get hurt. They could die. They could do this, that. Oh, I see what you're doing. Got it. I'm
That's
like, good
Luke
one,
Wilson
Pat.
at his best, too. Instead of being a stumbler, he looks right at her and gives it a wink that she doesn't get quite yet, but then she does, and he's like, see?
See? Now you know what I've been dealing with.
I've been telling you.
Humbled, chagrined.
Yeah. So it looks like that Pat is going to say yes to this because he used the word teamwork or teammates, I believe. She's like, really? Really? You're going to let us do this? He is not without a heck of a lot of training, that's for sure.
Yeah. Sean, who contributes to this podcast and couldn't make it tonight, thinks we're going to see a training montage in the future.
Yep.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I like to see that.
Yeah. I wish it would be something. I want Pat to do it, but we know Green Lantern's out there because the lantern's sparking. And Dr. Fate has to be out there too, but I don't want to see him steal Pat's Johnny Thunder, so I think that should be his job. Boom, boom. Did you get that one? Anyone? Johnny Thunder?
No. Hi. Nice.
Besides the bonding between Mike and Barbara over Chocolate Volcano.
Pop-Tarts.
See Jordan, his son Cameron.
Oh, yes.
Going out for a bite to eat. And the waitress
overhears
to think it's somebody's birthday and brings a piece of cake.
I knew as soon as she did that, I knew it was going to be the former wife.
Yeah, her heart was in the right place.
It was.
The look on her face when she found out, she was like,
"Oh,
crap.
I'm out of here."
It's interesting when the bad guys actually strike a sympathetic tone. You actually felt bad for both of them.
Right.
I did too.
And he was forgiving towards the waitress. It's okay. It's okay.
I was surprised about that, but it was nice. And she ran off, and he gave the slice of cake to son. Says, "Son, you blow it out, and you make a wish for your mom." And we see, what do we see?
A little frosty breath.
There you go.
And I missed it on the first showing too. I'm like, oh, good kid. And then I watched it again, like, oh, damn.
Snap. Oh. That I actually saw.
Kind of expected to see it. I'd be shocked if I didn't see it.
So there is some legacy forming. There is a new generation of JSA and a new generation of ISA.
Wonder if Icicle saw it, though.
He must know because it didn't shock him at all.
Okay.
You know, Brainwave's father's been looking for it, and it's never been exhibited.
Never found it.
Yeah. But there was no shock or surprise from Dad or from Cameron. Yeah, so cool. No pun intended. Sorry.
But other than that, I thought it was a good show. I thought, kind of brought them together. Now they're going to start some training.
Yeah, I think we'll hear the Rocky montage.
Ooh, yeah.
What's the over-under on the Rocky montage for the training?
Let's see. Ask the gambler.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Eye of the Tiger or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, they gotta play one of those.
Oh my God, so corny. Someone's gonna go, oh, you know what? It's gonna be oh God. It's gonna be those two girls are gonna go into a freezer where they're at home, father and son, and start punching meat or something like that. They both can have cold breath and no one will care.
Wow, that's nice.
Oh man. Calling it right now.
I love it. Totally love it.
Any more thoughts on the episode?
Gosh, I don't know. Did we see any Easter eggs or anything? I can't think of any outstanding ones.
Besides a couple of shout outs. The great one, which I love.
Yeah, we got that. Yeah.
There was one more I thought, and I was trying to figure out what it was. Can't remember what it was. Let's see.
Checking notes.
Exactly. I'm going checking my notes. I have way too many notes. But right. Oh, let's see. Basically, I can't. No, there was one more, but I just can't. They called them hackers. They weren't hackers. Not really a Easter egg. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, hold on. I think I found it. Oh, here we go again. And it has to be, just maybe a sign off or something. Rick is the one who said it this time. Who comes up with these names?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've heard that several times. Courtney did that to Pat, too. Right. We call him, what was that, 2 ago? What did she say? We call him the gambler or whatever. And she looked at him and said, of course you do.
Yeah. I mean, Justice Society.
It is corny. It is goofy.
Yeah, and then I think Yolanda said something about, I don't know if it was actually her person, but again, she said the same thing. These names, really? And Courtney's like, right? I know. What's up with that?
That's pure golden age goofy nonsense. So we'll have to keep tracking that.
Yeah.
As one of the Easter egg things.
Yeah, that's what I like. So
got quite a bit to look forward to coming up as we get a 2-part episode coming up.
Ooh, 2-part. I did not know that.
With the return of Cindy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be interesting.
That's right.
Yeah. All suited up. So Dr. Ito's daughter is coming to play. And of course, we did have that little meeting where at the end, Jordan says, well, let's find out who they are. So
right. And I'm sure they know that they're kids. So I'm kind of with you, David, about the whole, are they going to do the kids versus the adults, or are the adults going to go away and make their machine and have their kids fight the Justice Society's kids? I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Well, we saw a lot of family intrigue and references in this episode. So there's going to be some type of split or fracture. caused by one team over the other that the one team is going to take exception to. Touch my dad? You just touched my dad? Or mom or whatever. It's not going to go well. We got a tiny reference when Pat brought up Joey dying. Joey Zarek, you want to end up like him?
Yeah.
And try to put, And so I think that was just a precursor. Someone's going to die, but this time we had a son and father pass, and somebody's going to lose a parent. I don't think it's going to be one of the kids. Too early for that. Someone's going to lose a parent. Well, that's my tinfoil hat theory.
There you go.
And it's going to go down. And by the way, the next episode is called Shiv Part 1. I think that's her name. I think that Cindy's name is Shiv, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shiv Part 1, Shiv Part 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and that was her name in the comics, too.
Ooh, there's Brainwave Jr., Shining Knight. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
It'll be a real family affair.
Yep.
Everybody go out and
Looks
Google
like it.
family affair now. Steve and I can't be the only ones who know what family affair means.
Okay,
Who will play Mr. French?
Yes.
play Mr. French. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Please do. And then you'll slap yourself in the forehead. Oh, God, really?
Oh,
Yes,
my
really.
goodness.
Go to YouTube
Guys.
and check it out.
Yep. All right. Well, if nobody has anything else, we'll wrap this up.
Sure.
You all know how we feel about the episode. We'd love to hear your thoughts on
Thoughts,
every
theories?
episode and the series as a whole.
Easter eggs.
Yep. Missed an
Please.
Easter egg. Let us know. Who do you think's going to
Get
die
whacked.
next?
Get whacked.
All them good tinfoil hat theories. And
Yeah.
the best way to do that is to go over to www.fangirlzone.com, click on the contact link, and you'll find all the ways that you can get a hold of us. We're also on Twitter, so I'm at Sawyer Steve.
I'm at Boston Red Vines.
I'm at the real ID Dave, except no imitations.
Nice.
Please review and rate us on iTunes with good ratings and reviews. That helps other fans of the show find us, as there are several Stargirl podcasts out there. Tell your friends, and we sure hope you're enjoying our podcast.
Yes, thanks, guys.
And for this episode of Cosmic Power Podcast, I'm Steve.
Star Power.
What?
Star Power Podcast.
Star Power Podcast.
Steve, you have the cosmic power.
Yeah, that's right.
Did you come up with that name, David? Did you come up with that name?
I did.
Yes, you did.
It's a good name.
I always thought Steve is a bit cosmic, though. That's probably what distracted him.
Yeah.
I'm Carolee, a.k.a. Boston Red Vines.
And I'm Dark Knight Dave, also known as Interdimensional Dave, or just plain Dave. Thanks for joining us this week, and see us next week on the Star Power Podcast.